Hello, my name's Tony and welcome back to Predicted. In this video I'm going to be talking about a fragrance I got for Christmas and the story behind why I got it. So this story is quite sentimental to me. It actually means quite a lot because I'm a bit of a soppy git. But the reason for that was because I got given the fragrance from my son, my eldest son. My eldest son's nearly 18, he's at college, and he has just recently had his braces out. And we had to go to Cambridge to have the braces removed. And we decided, because it was a morning appointment, that we're going to take the day off together, go into Cambridge and do some shopping and get some lunch and basically have a good day. Any of you that have got children know it's quite difficult to split your time. I've got 3 children, so to split the time and actually get that quality time with any one of your children on your own is quite special, and I really do enjoy doing it whenever I can. Now, this was my time with my son. My son is quite into fragrances as well, and that day I wanted to go and look at some fragrances. There's a really good variety of shops in Cambridge that sell fragrances. So you've got Jo Malone and you've got Penhaligons and you've got Zara, as well as all the department stores. You've got a big John Lewis there, but you've also got places like Miller Harris, and there's a few others dotted about. So I had in mind that I wanted to go and put my nose on as much as possible, maybe treat myself to something. Maybe my son would be able to treat himself to something, and we'll have a good day. The first store we went into was Penhaligons, and Penhaligons, if you've not been there, is a fantastic shop. The main one's obviously in London, that's where it originated from, but they've now got one in Cambridge. I went in with my son not knowing what to expect, never been in there before, and the lady in there was extremely helpful. She was really engaging. She really catered to my weirdness and my obsession with fragrances, and she sort of really catered for that. She knew her stuff and she let me put my nose on as much as possible. There was no pressure to buy anything in the shop. She just let us look around, but she just gave us a bit of advice at the same time. And we put our nose on a few things that we both really liked. Now, I only picked up one thing from that shop, and that was a little scent library. So I probably bought the cheapest thing in the shop, but this allowed me to get my nose on a few things for a bit longer. I've not used it much actually. Inside here are a load of sample sized bottles, and all of their big hitters are in there. Your Blenheim bouquets and your Juniper Sling and the Halfeti and Luna, Elizabethan Rose and Duchess Rose, Lord George. So there's some good ones in there, and you get a little card that tells you a little snapshot about each individual fragrance. So what also happened on that day was, in the bag was a handkerchief. The lady sprayed the handkerchief, and I didn't know what she sprayed it with. This is the Penhaligons handkerchief, which I now wear in my suit jacket, my black suit jacket. It always smells of something beautiful on there. Now, I thought it was Blenheim bouquet. I was surprised it wasn't. Now, Christmas comes around. I think my son's hinted that he's bought me something for Christmas. I think you know what's coming. I opened my present up on Christmas Day. This is what I got. Now, there is a reason behind this story. Stay with me. So I got Empressa. Now, as you can imagine, I was quite puzzled because I've read the notes on Empressa and I've seen it compared to Coco Madame as well. So I was a little bit confused, as you can imagine. I thought this was more a feminine leading fragrance. So my wife said to me, well, look, open it up. I didn't say anything. Obviously, I didn't want to upset my son. And I acted surprised. I was like, oh, wow, Penhaligons, and opened it up and had a spray and was like, yeah, it smells nice. And my wife said, do you recognise that smell? I said, well, yeah, I've smelt it. And she's like, no, do you recognise what it is? And I said, well, do you understand why he's got you it? And I didn't get it. She explained that they'd both gone through my scent library with my handkerchief, which I kept in my suit jacket and kept sniffing it. I kept going, oh, that is really lovely. And this is what it was. I didn't know. I hadn't gone through and done the same thing. So let me tell you, sorry about the long story, but let me tell you a little bit about it. This is the bottle and the presentation. It comes in its own lovely, lovely box, like a marbled pearl effect box. Beautiful presentation. Inside the box, it sits in its own holder, and it has a little green bow, as a lot of the Penhaligons have different colour bows in there, or different lids with animals on them. I think you'll agree, the presentation's beautiful. A little sort of crystal ball on the top. But no, really, really lovely. And you open it up, and it's got a little golden atomizer. Brilliant atomizer, good quality as you'd expect. Now, let me run through some of the notes. It has in the top blood orange, bergamot, peach and pink pepper. In the mid we have rose, geranium, neroli, dewberry and cassis. And in the base we have vanilla, cacao, libinum, amber, musk, patchouli, sandalwood and brown sugar. Now, how would I explain this fragrance? It does lean feminine, so I wasn't wrong, it does lean feminine. However, the dry down is so fresh and clean. It's not a soapy clean. I would describe it as a fresh, fruity, floral fragrance. Not many men, I don't think, are going to be able to get away with this. I feel I do. Take from that what you want. I'm fine, I can handle it, I'm a big boy. The dry down is just so fresh and light and summery. I'm going to get so much use out of this in the summer. I've had a compliment already. I've asked people to smell the thing and have not said to me, that's a female fragrance. So some of the notes I pick up from this, it's got a fruity opening. Now, I think that probably comes from the peach and the blood orange, but it's a really fresh blast of citrus. Not strong tart citrus, but a citrus, a really light, fresh, clean citrus. Then the florals come through. You start to get the rose and a little bit of greenness, maybe coming from the geranium and the neroli, but there's a slight bit of greenness coming through. And then in the dry down, again it stays very clean, but you start to get the slight sweetness from the vanilla. This isn't a thick fragrance at all. Some of the notes like vanilla and peach and amber and the brown sugar and the sandalwood suggest it's quite thick and creamy. It's not at all. It's actually quite it's like difficult to describe, but it's actually quite a thin fragrance. It's very fresh. This stays on my skin for about 5 to 6 hours, so the performance could be a little bit better at the price point because it's not cheap. But on clothes, certainly on my handkerchief, it lasts for days. So if I spray it a bit on my suit jacket, a bit on my handkerchief and then a little bit on, it lasts all day and there's no complaints there. This could be a signature scent for male or female. I'm going to imagine myself wearing it to work in the summer with my nice trousers on, brown shoes, white shirt, open collared, no tie. This will mean a lot to me because of the thought my son and my wife put into it. But my son doesn't earn a lot of money. He works part-time. He doesn't have a big hourly wage. And he'd saved up so much money to spend on his family. I'm extremely proud that he would get me something like this, and it just means an awful lot. I did have that expression when I opened it on Christmas Day, like, Empressa. But I obviously get it now, and I can't get enough of it. This is going to be really used well over the summer, and you know what? If this was ever not in my collection now, I feel that there's been a hole left, and I've got a lot of fragrances now, but this would leave a massive hole. So I feel that it's always going to be in my collection. Look, if you've enjoyed this video, something different, a bit of a discussion, if you've tried anything from Penhaligons, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Have you tried Empressa? What do you think of it? To all my regular viewers, thanks again for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate it. And to anyone new that's watching, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and you will be amongst the first to receive that content. I'll see you again in the next time. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to keep smelling wonderful.